Sevilla reign supreme in the Andalusian capital in a thrilling encounter against Real Betis that sees goals and excitement from start to finish. Valladolid concede late once again, and Getafe put them back into the relegation zone, continuing their quest for Champions League qualification. And Barca ring the changes against Huesca, making a series of rotations with midweek European action in mind. Neither side is able to break the deadlock at El Alcoraz. Here are all of the results from matchday 32 of the La Liga Santander season bar. Leganés against Real Madrid, which takes place on Monday night. There was a surprise draw for Football Club Barcelona away to Huesca at El Alcoraz, whilst Atletico Madrid won 2-0 against Celta. In the big derby, Sevilla won 3-2 against Betis. And we also had a victory in a derby for Valencia against Levante. 3-1 the result at Mestalla on Sunday night. And here is how the table looks. The gap now 9 points between Football Club Barcelona and second place Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid still to play. They are in third place. Sevilla are in fourth. Getafe in fifth. And Valencia in sixth. At the bottom is Huesca, Rayo Vallecano and Valladolid in the relegation spots.
It was a historic day in El Alcoraz, the first ever visit of La Liga leaders Barcelona to take on Sociedad Deportiva Huesca, the basement club against the leaders. 90 minutes of football in which Ernesto Valverde made as many as 10 changes from the side that beat Atletico Madrid last week. Only Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal repeating. That meant there were debuts for Moussa Wagué, Jean-Claire Todibo and Ricky Puig. First chance coming from a header from Chumi Avila from a corner. Barcelona's best chance in the first half. This one from Dembélé, superbly set through by Ricky Puig. Second touch was a slightly heavy one, gave Roberto Santamaria time to close him down and just get enough glove on that one to push it wide for a corner. From the resulting corner, Jason Murillo forced another fine save from Santamaria. Murillo on loan from Valencia, forming the central role in a three-man central defence with Todibo and Umtiti. Enrique Gallego bursting through, getting away from Murillo, reminding us all why he was such a good buy for Huesca in the winter transfer market. 4 goals to his name so far. Still the top scorer this season in the second division in Spain, with the 15 goals he scored before his move to Huesca. Cross from Ferreiro, nodded down by a combination of Juanpi and Avila, before Gallego felt he might have had a shout for a penalty from that challenge by Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Dembélé finding Wagué, whose return ball volleyed wide by Dembélé, with Carlos Aleñá waiting for the ball, perhaps in a better position than Dembélé. But good to see Dembélé back in action after being kept out through injury since Barca's Champions League game against Lyon. Malcolm would strike this one firmly against the post before Carlos Aleñá's shot was deflected wide by Jorge Pulido. Real thunderbolt there from Malcolm, perhaps deserving of more. Aleñá involved again here. Probably right now Valverde's 13th or 14th man, it's fair to say, but wouldn't be too much of a surprise to see him creeping up that list in coming seasons. Dembélé again with an attempt, this time with the right foot. Felt he should have been given a corner. That one appearing to just brush Xavier changes on. Ricky Puig would be replaced by Jordi Alba. Coutinho would come on for Ousmane Dembélé. Another opportunity for the Brazilian to stake his claim, although Valverde is sticking to him with great loyalty and belief. Coutinho would put the service in from the corner. It's headed away by Pulido before finally Malcolm's header deflected and looping up into the hands of Roberto Santamaria when the final whistle went in El Alcoraz for Barca's historic first visit. The score: Huesca 0, Barcelona 0.
Atletico de Madrid were looking to bounce back from defeat against Barcelona a week ago when their title hopes took a real hit. And they came up against the Celta de Vigo side, who were looking to take something from the game, having been unbeaten in their last three and moving out of the relegation zone. The first chance of the encounter would fall to Saúl. He would drive it into the arms of Rubén Blanco. Atletico playing without Diego Costa up front due to his 8-match suspension. Celta without talismanic Iago Aspas up front, but he's just suspended for the one encounter. At the back, Atletico also played Tony Moya and Francisco Montero as the central defensive duo in place of José María Jiménez and Diego Godín, who were both unavailable. Antoine Griezmann tried his luck, the shot deflected up, Blanco making the save. In the first half, Celta had their opportunities to take the lead. On this occasion, Sofiane Boufal cutting his way along the edge of the area. Eventually, the ball fell to Maxi Gomez. A great save from Jan Oblak was followed up by a spectacular one as the keeper denied Riyad Boudebouz. So a really stunning stop from the winner for the last 3 consecutive seasons of the best goalkeeper in La Liga trophy, known as the Zamora. At the other end, Rubén Blanco would take a vital touch. The ball down the outside from Griezmann. Juanfran's pass in, and there you can just see the keeper taking it away from Ángel Correa. Oblak would be called into action once more. Boufal interchanging passes with Boudebouz before taking the shot. And once again, Oblak proving why he's already on course to win this season's best goalkeeper, and those saves ensured that it would be Atletico that could take the lead at the other end. Antoine Griezmann with a stunning free kick around the wall and into the top corner of the net 3 minutes before the end of the opening half. Felipe Luis and Ángel Correa moving out of the way, Griezmann firing into the space, and it was 1-0, and Atletico find themselves in a very familiar position going into the second half. While Celta tested Oblak in the opening period, they weren't able to do the same in the second half. Maxi Gomez taking aim from distance before Antoine Griezmann would earn himself a booking for that tackle on Lucas Olasa. It rules out the striker from the trip to Ipurua to take on Eibar next weekend. All 3 points were sewn up though, and Griezmann found substitute Alvaro Morata. He rounded Blanco and finished in style. His 5th goal of the season in La Liga Santander since returning in the January transfer window. Rodrigo to Morata, he laid it off to Griezmann. The Frenchman returned it to him, and Morata was able to finish. A really confident finish it was too. Rather than sit back, the home side went looking for a 3rd goal. On that occasion, Ángel Correa finding the side netting with a rasping effort from just outside the area. There would be one more opportunity on the counter-attack as Celta pushed forward. Griezmann played in, scooped the ball past Blanco. Lucas Olasa, who'd raced back with the forward, preventing it from crossing the goal line. Ángel Correa's ball up and over the top. Griezmann choosing to try and place the ball rather than blast it. But it mattered little. The points were already wrapped up by then. The final score in the Wanda: Atletico 2, Celta 0.
The Seville derby, one of the most passionate nights of football to be seen and experienced anywhere on the planet. Sevilla is passion red, the huge banner behind one of the goals. Joaquin Caparrós back in charge, of course, for Sevilla. It was Betis who made the early running. This dreadful back pass from Navas, poorly judged by Vaclik. And Jesse, instead of picking out the completely unmarked Sergio Canales, had a rather weak effort blocked by Navas himself. Betis would rue that error when on 26 minutes Munir El Haddadi gets on the end of Sarabia's cross to make it 1-0, just when Betis seemed to have gained the upper hand. Munir, having left Barcelona, looking for more chances of playing on the big occasion. And yeah, they're frustrated here by a world-class piece of goalkeeping from Pau Lopez. Images from the second half. Another great save from Vaclik. Great work from Lo Celso, set up superbly. Jesse, set up here by Canales, would have another opportunity to equalise once again. Vaclik standing firm and making the save. The excellent Guardado here picking out Junior Firpo back in Betis' starting lineup after injury. And appearing from nowhere, Giovanni Lo Celso, 10 minutes after the restart, to grab an equaliser for Betis, well deserved at the time. Nothing Vaclik could do about that one. Well, he did appear to get a piece of glove to it. But Isamandi failing to control that. It's collected by Munir. He lays it off to Ben Yedder. Ben Yedder's cross greeted at the far post by Pablo Sarabia to make it 2-1. Just when it appeared that Betis were gaining the upper hand, Sevilla put them to the sword again. 2-1 to the home side. Eva Banega collecting this one, finding Mudo Basquez. 3-1. 2 goals in quick succession, and Sevilla with a 3-1 advantage that surely would be enough in front of their home fans to gain revenge for the defeat in the Benito Villamarín earlier in the season, or for last season's remarkable 3-5 defeat in the same fixture. Jesse, of course, another excellent save from Vaclik. Joaquin was brought on in the second half and hunted down cynically by Eva Banega. And it would be Joaquin himself who forced the next superb save from Vaclik. Beautifully executed free kick. The keeper initially going the wrong way, responding superbly. Long ball over the top for second half substitute Loren Moron, whose shot took a deflection and went narrowly wide before Christian Teo would pull one back to make it 3-2. There are still 8 minutes to go. Setien had thrown on every attacking weapon he had on the bench. Joaquin, Moron and Christian Teo himself. But Sevilla would manage to hang on. Passion and glory for the home team. Final score, Sevilla 3, Betis 2.
Getafe continue to believe in their Champions League qualification dream, and they were given reason to be optimistic on matchday 32. It all started with a great strike by Mauro Arambari against Valladolid. A well-rehearsed set piece saw Damian Suarez play a free kick short for Arambari, who looked up and unleashed a right-footed rocket into the net past goalkeeper Joel. Getafe moved closer to their first Champions League campaign in history with a point against Valladolid, and a goal from the Uruguayan will go down as one of their best of the season. It's our top goal of matchday 32. Kicking off the Sunday action on matchday 32 was Valladolid against Getafe. Two sides meeting at the Nuevo José Zorrilla in what was an important game. Getafe were looking to continue their winning run, having beaten Athletic Club the previous weekend. Valladolid in desperate need of points as they hover dangerously above the relegation zone coming into this contest. This was the first goal of the game, scored by Adam Barry. Blasted in from outside the box. A terrific hit from him just before the quarter-hour mark. Valladolid were soon back on terms as this ball was floated in from the left-hand side. Sergio Guardiola scoring against his former club, nudging the ball across the line. Antunes had to go off injured after a nasty twist of his knee. Hugo Duro would come on in his place. And just after that we saw a collision inside the box. No penalty given there. It was a horizontal leap from Giné that went unpunished by the referee. This effort over the top was another close call for Getafe as they looked to get back out in front. And in the second half we saw this opportunity weaving inside and out. A shot lined up by Keiko Gontan. It will be saved by the goalkeeper, David Soria. Well, there was a key moment in the game during the second half, and Oliveira was sent off for a second bookable offence, reducing Getafe to 10 men. And shortly after that, Valladolid had the chance to take the lead from the penalty spot. It was Giné with the handball. This time the spot kick was given. And it would be dispatched by Enes Unal with around about 20 minutes remaining. Valladolid out in front by 2-1. They could have made it 3-1. This ball was laid off and slotted into the net. However, second half sub Waldo Rubio was in an offside position when he received the ball. The goal was disallowed. The referee waved off this penalty appeal in the final moments of the game. Saw a substitution to take off Anouar as a result of the incident. And this ball launched in was sent over the top by Jaime Mata. It was a quiet afternoon for the former Valladolid player. It appeared as if Valladolid were on course to take the 3 points. However, late on, inside the box, there was an incident involving Oscar Plano. He conceded a penalty, which Jorge Molina smashed into the net. It was the final kick of the game, and it ensured that Getafe would not go home empty-handed. The final score, Valladolid 2, Getafe 2.
A big win for Valencia against local rivals Levante, and one that sends them closer to the Champions League places. It also keeps Levante down at the bottom, fighting against relegation. Just 6 matches, remember, tonight after this game. Valencia made a fantastic start. It was Gedish's cross, and it was Santi Mina with a header. Short corner taken by Pareco. Gedish's delivery is excellent, as is the response to it from Santi Mina. 1-0 inside 2 minutes, and Levante, well, ultimately found no way back from that. Gedish tormented them in the first half. That shot going well wide, but he had a free roll in the first 45 minutes, and he was very, very difficult to control. They did have some chances, Levante. They were few and far between, But Jose Campagna with this shot, not testing Neto. It was Valencia who looked like adding to their lead, and it was Geddes again causing the problems down the Valencia left. Plays in Denis Cheryshev, and Aita Fernandez comes out to make the save. Quiet night from Jose Luis Morales, but he did set up Roger Marti there, and Roger Marti's effort was saved by Neto. Roger Marti, who couldn't add to the 12 goals that he scored so far this season. Another opportunity for Valencia, another short corner, well worked. Again, Geddes with the cross, this time Cheryshev with the header, and just couldn't quite keep it down. Another magnificent pass from Geddes, sending Vas down the right-hand side. The ball eventually came out to Parejo, and when his shot is headed goalwards by Cheryshev, it's cleared off the line by Koki. Parejo with a corner. Images now from the second period. It was Francis Coquelin who had to come on during the first half when Piccini went off injured. This is the moment Levante get themselves back into the game. It's Carlos Soler who puts past his own goalkeeper. The corner from Jose Campagna, striking the midfielder on the knee. Absolutely nothing Neto could do about that. And a lifeline for the visitors, who had never won in Mestalla in the 12 previous games between these two teams in the top flight. The hope didn't last for long though, because just 60 seconds later, Carlos Soler made amends, teeing up Geddes, and a fantastic finish from Gonzalo Geddes. He starts the 1-2. He's onside. He doesn't think twice about what he's going to do with the ball. Rifles it past Aita Fernandez to make it 2-1. And it was one-way traffic after that. Carlos Soler involved again here. Ball is parried out to Denis Cheryshev. Cheryshev feeds Gaia. Gaia to the back post to Soler. His shot comes off the post and is turned in by that man Santi Mina. He hasn't scored as many goals this season as he would have liked, but when he does score one, he tends to always get a second, and that was the case again tonight. Brace for him. 3-1 for Valencia. Kang In Lee came on in the second half, the 18-year-old. And not too far away with that shot. So that's the way it finished in Mestalla. Valencia 3, Levante 1. Athletic Club hosted Rayo Vallecano for a sensational game on Sunday lunchtime. Athletic aiming for the European places, Rayo battling against relegation. And there was to be a sensational start to the action. Just 70 seconds played when Iñaki Williams grabbed the opening goal of the game. A volley after getting free from the free kick. Then Yap played it in. Iñaki steered it across goal, and it took a big deflection off Jordi Amat. Athletic with the opener. Then they had a chance for a second after Alvaro Medran's clumsy challenge was ruled to be a penalty. Raul Garcia was fouled. He got up and took it himself, but it was saved. On the follow-up, Uri also saved. Alberto Garcia with a double stop from the penalty. Shortly after that, another penalty. Abdoulaye Ba making a very reckless challenge on Iñaki Williams. Initially given as a penalty, but the referee, Juan Martinez, reviewed it and decided it was not a penalty. So it remained 1-0, but before half-time, Rayo back on level terms. Great strike from Alex Moreno, finishing for his first goal of the season. Beautifully taken just before the break, early in the second half. Cordoba finds Williams. His shot deflects and goes in. His second of the game, a second deflection as well. It was Abdoulaye Ba flying in, just hit his heel and bounced up, leaving Alberto Garcia beaten. And then a red card. Luis Advíncula getting his second yellow for that elbow. So Rayo down to 10 men and nearly down by 2 goals as Iñaki Williams surges goalwards. A great run
but denied by Alberto's flying save. Free kick comes in. Mario Suarez gets the equaliser, but it's ruled out because he was offside with the original header from the free kick. Suarez with the header, but he was offside, so when the rebound came in and he put it in, VAR had a look at it and decided no goal, offside. Ball comes out to Benyat. What an attempt that is, off the bar. Danger not clear, it falls loose, but Unai Lopez and Bar can clear it off the line. Remarkable passage of play. Benyat denied. A world-class strike by the crossbar. Still Athletic pile forward. Munain finds Raul Garcia, and that makes it 3-1. Alberto beaten at his near post. The goalkeeper will feel he should have stopped that one. Frustration for Paco Gemes, the Rayo coach. And breathing room for Athletic. A 2-goal advantage. Raul Garcia with the strike. Not over yet though. Rayo continuing to pile forward despite being a man down. Iago Herrerin having to make a good stop from a cross that nearly flew in. Rayo again. Adrien Barba. Great ball in, and Raúl de Tomas. Easy finish for him from close range. Goal number 14 in La Liga Santander for the Rayo frontman. After brilliant wing play by Adrien Barba. Simple finish, game on. Still 5 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. 3-2. Rayo looking to come forward again, but they lose the ball in midfield. Benyat finds Williams into the penalty area. Munain turns, shoots. What a save! And the rebound is grabbed by the goalkeeper as well, Alberto Garcia. Heroics, making a sensational stop to deny Munain, and then just scrambling back up to his feet to grab the loose ball. So Rayo's still alive, but there was no way back for them after that. And a game that had everything ended with a home win. Athletic 3, Rayo 2.
Diego Simeone says that Jan Oblak is the best goalkeeper in the world. And although his opinion is not an objective one, he certainly has a case. This weekend, the Slovenian made some incredible saves against Celta Vigo, including the best of the match day. Oblak has only conceded in 4 La Liga matches at the Wanda Metropolitano this season, and he has kept 12 clean sheets. His standout save on Saturday was a double stop from Maxi Gomez and Budabuz. Oblak is going for his 4th award for the goalkeeper with the fewest goals conceded in La Liga Santander. He is also racking up several honours for best save of the match day.
Espanyol have won back-to-back league games for the first time since October after overcoming Alaves 2-1 at home in the opening fixture of week 32 in La Liga Santander. The home team were the better side in the first half, and they had the ball in the back of the net through Borja Iglesias after 16 minutes. However, he was offside when Mario Hermoso headed the pass forwards. The goal didn't stand, but Espanyol did take the lead 3 minutes later. Oscar Melindo with the wonderful pass, and it was the left-back, Adria Pedrosa, just 20 years of age, who scored his maiden goal in the Spanish top flight. An emotional moment for him. His selection in the starting 11 was the only change to the team that beat Girona. The assist for Melindo, Pedrosa with the finish, Espanyol 1-0 up. Shortly after that, right back Roberto Rosales had to come off. He pulled up with a muscle injury holding the back of his left thigh. After 29 minutes, he was replaced by Javi Lopez, who slotted straight in at right back. Alaves went looking for an equaliser, and top scorer Caleri drilled a shot goalwards, but look who was back defending, Borja Iglesias with the block. And 7 minutes before half-time, Manu Garcia's header was comfortably saved by Diego Lopez. Alaves couldn't find a goal before the break, and it was 1-0 at half-time. After the interval, Sergi Darder stung the gloves of Fernando Pacheco. Shortly after this shot, the home team would go 2 up. It was a nice move. Melindo with a threaded ball. An influential pass to Borja Iglesias. He was looking for Wule, but his cross came off defender Victor LaGuardia. It was an own goal, 48th minute of the match, and Ruby's team doubled their lead. They were 2-0 up, and they were looking confident and comfortable at this stage. However, Alaves, who'd come into this match with just 1 point gain from the last 9 available, needed a reaction, and they got one in the 56th minute. Johnny with a wicked cross which fell to Jonathan Caleri, and he finished for his 8th goal of the season. Pedrosa had been unable to clear. There was a lengthy delay while it was double-checked to see that Borja Baston wasn't offside, and the goal did stand. So Johnny with his 10th assist of the season. Caleri making no mistake, and Alaves had halved the deficit. The lengthy delay meant that at the end of the match there would be 7 additional minutes, and there were some nervous moments for the home team. They were unable to extend their lead, and Johnny's cross on this occasion found Baston. He missed the target, was then substituted with Diego Roland coming on, and the Uruguayan would be a lively figure. This was an overhead kick which went just wide. Really unlucky. Just 2 minutes remained when this audacious effort flew beyond the far post of Diego Lopez. And in added time, it was another substitute, Patrick Toumasi, who tested the goalkeeper. But Diego Lopez stood strong, and Espanyol held on for their victory. It's their 11th of the season. They move on to 41 points. The full-time score was Espanyol 2, Alaves 1.
Real Sociedad hosted Eibar in the Basque Derby in Anoeta on Sunday afternoon as the matchday 32 action continued, and it could not have started in a more dramatic fashion. From the kickoff, it was Llorente who pumped the ball upfield. Oyarzábal up for the header, feeding Juanmi. The 1-2 with Sangali, and the neat finish over Dimitrovic. 11 seconds gone, the fastest goal of the season and the 6th fastest goal ever in La Liga Santander. Tremendous start for the home team, and a real blow for the visitors. Neat finish from Juanmi, and nothing that the advancing Dimitrovic could do about that one. Eibar, though, came back into the game as the first half wore on. Joan Jordan with the cross onto the head of Cardona. And the man on loan from Barcelona's B team putting the header over the crossbar. Cote floated a good ball into the same target, and this time Cardona put the header wide. Very good delivery all afternoon from the Eibar fullbacks, De Blasis and Cote. This time it was De Blasis onto Cardona, and a third header, and this time just over the crossbar, as Eibar were getting closer to finding the equaliser. In the second half, Sandro Ramirez replaced the young 17-year-old debutant under Berenechea. First start in Anoeta for the Real Sociedad B-team player, who's Eibar, who dominated the proceedings in the second half. Sergio Enrique almost finding a way through. Equaliser almost coming from the Eibar number 9. Rully beaten. The cross from De Blasis, the header from Sergio Enrique, and only the woodwork denying the visitors an equaliser. The same piece of woodwork would deny them minutes after that. Escalante's shot ricocheting off Rulli's right-hand post. The Eibar captain denied that equalising goal. And not long after that, it was Cucurella putting a shot just wide of Rulli's left-hand post this time. As Eibar continued to knock on the door, Real Sociedad really suffering in the second half. Joan Jordan pulling the strings in midfield, along with Oriana. De Blasis' delivery put into Cucurella, the left boot of the midfielder, almost lobbing the ball over Geronimo Rulli. Eibar really dominant in the second period and deserving an equaliser. It would come in the 85th minute. Like this, Juan Jordan with a direct free kick. His fourth of the season, tremendous finish. And capping off a fine second 45 minutes from Mendilibar's team. Really getting nowhere near that. Dip on the ball, just enough to take it over the wall. And a tremendous finish from the Eibar midfielder. Real Sociedad woke up late. Sandro's second half substitute put a ball into the box. That substitute, Ruben Pardo, got too much under, put the ball over the crossbar. And cut back from Sandro Ramirez, finding the target. Ruben Pardo couldn't do likewise. There was late drama. Soyazabal put the ball in the back of the net. Free kick taken quickly. The Eibar defence split in two. But after consultation with the video assistant referee, Jaime Letre ruled the goal offside. And really, it would have been a very bitter blow on a very good Eibar performance. As it was, the Basque derby finished all square. Fine second half performance from Eibar, brought them back into the game. The final score, Real Sociedad 1, Eibar 1.
Girona entertained Villarreal in Montilivi on Sunday afternoon in what was a relegation six-pointer. Both of these two sides going into the game on the back of 3 consecutive games without a victory. It was the Yellow Submarine who went close early on. Samu Chukwueze pulling the ball back and then taking the low shot. It was saved by Bono and eventually cleared. Villarreal, who started the day inside of the bottom 3, then found a way through the Girona rearguard. 6.5 minutes played. Samu Chukwueze beating Bono and rolling the ball into the far corner of the net. Delight in the away end in Montilivi. A really smart finish from the 19-year-old Nigeria international after he'd been picked out by Pablo Fornals on the break. Girona thought they'd found a way back into the game 10 minutes after going behind. Patrick Roberts' ball into the centre was put into the net by Cristian Stuani. But Carlos Del Cerro Grande in the VAR booth spotted that Roberts was offside as Porto played him in behind the Villarreal defence, and the referee Adrian Cordero Vega was given word in his ear and the goal was ruled out. So Girona had to reassert themselves, and it was Porto who had the next opportunity. The free kick from the left from Raul Garcia picked out the number 9 in the centre, but his header went just wide of the mark. Still the home side tried to find a way through. Patrick Roberts slaloming his way into the Villarreal penalty area, but his shot saved by Sergio Asenjo. Then Carl Toko Akambi found an extra turn of speed, took himself past Jonas Ramalho. The Cameroon international was denied by Bono at the near post. Into the second half, Villarreal were on the attack again early on. The cross into the centre from Mario Gaspar, ricocheted off Alcalá, fell to Toko Akambi, but he was only able to drive it towards the goalkeeper. Villarreal were led in their previous 3 games, only to lose 2 of them and draw the other. We're hoping to keep Girona out. On that occasion, Asenjo denied Roberts after the England under-20 international had found enough space down the left of the area. But as Girona pressed up, Villarreal found space at the other end. On this occasion, Fornals trying to curl one inside the far post. The former Malaga man just hit his shot off target. Pedro Alcalá's long ball was superbly controlled by Borja Garcia in the area. He warmed the gloves of Asenjo with that drive. Fairly central, 29-year-old goalkeeper able just to palm the shot away to safety. Fornals then threaded the ball into the Colombia international, Carlos Bacca, who didn't have too many clear chances during the game, but on that occasion just found an opening. Bono tipping it up and over the crossbar. The closest Girona came to an equaliser was when Porto crossed, Alcalá headed down, and substitute Seydou Doumbia produced that save from Asenjo. The Girona striker telegraphing his intentions though, the keeper following the track of the ball. Alfonso Pedraza was brought on, and he combined with his fellow two substitutes, Gerard Moreno and Ning Cáceres. The ball went wide, and it finished in Montilivi. Girona 0, Villarreal 1.
In a game that needed leaders, Pablo Sarabia stood up to be counted during El Gran Derby at the Sánchez-Pizjuán. The Sevilla player provided assists, goals, energy and pace in the big game against Betis. As ever, he formed a formidable pairing with Wissam Ben Yedder. Between them, they have scored 50 goals in all competitions this season. Sevilla won the battle for the Andalusian capital thanks to his contributions. And Pablo Sarabia was not only the best player of the game, but also the best player of matchday 32. Here are all of the results from matchday 32, bar Leganés against Real Madrid, which takes place on Monday night. There was a surprise draw for a heavily rotated Football Club Barcelona side as they travelled to El Alcaraz to play Huesca. 0-0 the result there, whilst Atletico Madrid won 2-0 against Celta. In the Seville derby, it was Sevilla who triumphed by 3-2 against Betis. Valencia won the Valencia derby 3-1 against Levante. And there was a Basque derby as well. Real Sociedad and Eibar playing out a 1-1 draw. Here is how the table looks, and the gap is now 9 points between leaders Football Club Barcelona and second place Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid are in third with a game in hand, with Sevilla in fourth. Getafe and Valencia complete the top six. At the bottom, it's Huesca, Rayo Vallecano and Valladolid who occupy the relegation places. Leo Messi remains the top goal scorer in La Liga Santander with 33 goals. Luis Suarez is second with 20. Here's what's coming up on match day 33. We've got Alaves against Valladolid to start off the Friday night action, and Barcelona against Real Sociedad on Saturday, Real Madrid against Athletic Club on the Sunday, and we've got Betis against Valencia on Sunday night as well.